All right, so this is our last functional group that we're going to talk about in this particular unit. These are our amides. Okay, so the overall structure for these amides, you have, and we'll kind of combine talking about the structure with the functional groups, is you do have a, oh, that's the wrong thing. We do have a carbonyl right here. So, and that carbonyl is attached to an R group. We also have an amine, and that amine is also attached to a functional group. Now, the organic family or molecule is going to be an amide, and this is either going to be a primary, secondary, or tertiary, like we will see in the next slide. Just so you all know what this looks like. So I have my carbonyl, and that is bonded to an amine. And then again, I've got my two R groups. This is what we are going to be focusing on right here, is this connection here between that carboxyl, or that carbonyl, I'm sorry, and the amine. Okay. So let's run through the classification of these amides. So if I have a primary amide, I am looking at the nitrogen that is attached to the carbonyl carbon, and I'm looking to see what is attached to that nitrogen. If I have two hydrogens, it is going to be a primary amide. So do this guy here. So this would be my primary amide. I have two hydrogens bonded to that amine nitrogen. Next, if it is secondary, my nitrogen is attached to one group and is also attached to the carbonyl carbon. So again, I'm focusing on what is going on with that nitrogen. So here I have one group. That is going to make that a secondary amide. And so here is my secondary amide. Here is my amine, and I have one R group on that amine. Next is tertiary, and you guessed it. I'm looking again at that nitrogen, and I have two groups attached to that nitrogen. And so that is going to make that a tertiary amide. And here is my tertiary amide. So I'm looking right here at my nitrogen, and I'm looking to see how many groups are attached to that nitrogen, and it is attached to two R groups. And then it's also attached to the carbonyl. Okay, so primary, secondary, tertiary. I can also have aromatic amides. This is where your nitrogen is bonded to a benzoic acid. So right here, right, that carbon is my carbonyl carbon, and I have a amine attached there, nitrogen. Or I can also have a heterocyclic where the nitrogen is actually part of that carbonyl, or part of that ring. And so this is going to be my group right here.